Good evening, everybody. You're watching Rider Bronx Ice Hockey, presented by Breakout Sports Broadcasting, live here on YouTube. Sorry, we're running a little bit behind here. Had to get set up quickly after the game that was just before us. My name is Carlo Pascal, joined by the always wonderful Mr. Eric Johnson.
Always is a bit of a stretch.
Oh, come on.
Always.
Come on. We're back
Always
once
is crazy.
again, the dynamic duo here between us, me and you, EJ, as we get ready for this one as the Bronx take on the High Point University Panthers here for this one today on this lovely Friday evening. The first Friday here of October. It's spooky season as we get ready for this one today.
It is spooky season. It is pumpkin spice latte season. It is whatever season you want to call the month of October as the Bronx take on the High Point Panthers. Now, I have not been as tuned in to the Rider broadcasts as of lately. I bet Carollo and crew are doing a fantastic job as they usually do, but I am under the impression that the start of the year for Rider, not how they intended it to be.
Yeah, it has definitely been a tough go to start the season, starting 0-1, 1-1. So 0 wins, a regulation loss, a shootout loss, and an OT loss.
And some of those losses, one way or another, were tough.
Yes, they certainly have been, as we will send it on down to the booth just below us here at the scorer's box for the starting lineups, national anthem, and then puck drop here from Flemington Ice Arena.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, you will be advised that you will move your hands. You can remain standing as the governor of America, and those who defend it with the flag of our national anthem.
And we're back after the starting lineups and national anthem. Always a wonderful rendition of the national anthem when we're here with the Rider Bronx, as per always, across all of our games. Here at the new Flemington Ice Arena here in Flemington, New Jersey. New for the Bronx, at least. It's been here for a while.
New for me as well.
New for you as well, Eric.
New for me. I am impressed with what I am seeing so far.
It is a very lovely ball.
It is a lovely lovely arena, Flemington, lovely city, lovely little town. So when I heard that the Bronx were moving to Flemington, I was very intrigued, and I was very excited.
Yeah, it's definitely a great rink. It's great for us here at BSB, at least for myself, Colton, and a bunch of other of us here at BSB. Very close to where we live.
Same here.
The drive is not that far, which is nice. Only about 10 minutes or so for myself and Colton.
I'm double that.
So
which is not bad.
Not too bad at all. Not too bad at all. As we get going, we mentioned Riders' rough start to the year. Looking over the other side for High Point. 4-2 to start the season. Have been great so far this year. As we get ready for puck drop, thank you once again for joining us. Center's getting ready here for this matchup. Center's at the face-off dot. And we're off here for the first. Call will take this quickly off the draw, looking for Brendan McKeach. Had a great game against St. Joe, scored a shorthanded breakaway goal in that game against St. Joe's last week. Our BSB game of the week, we'll have that one tomorrow for Breakout Sports Broadcasting. That'll be TCNJ versus William Patterson tomorrow at 1 p.m. down at the Zai Fieldhouse. Set for a great one there. They're actually playing tonight up at Icefold Arena in Wayne, so hey, home and away for TCNJ this weekend, but we're here for this one for Ryder, as Schneider will get this one. Back in action after being out for 2 games, as Gutt will try and get on this and just poke it into the zone. Gutt will give chase. He lost an edge, and we're going to get a whistle. Is this going to be an icing here? It looks like it may be. Or it may have hopped up into the netting, potentially.
Penalty.
Oh, we're going to get a penalty, actually. Interesting. So to the power play go the Bronx. And they will have the first power play of the game. Good opportunity here for the Bronx to try and get their lead here in this game. They weren't able to find one in the game against St. Joe's. They fought their way back and clawed their way back in that game. Schneider will collect it here. Ty Schneider walking his way into the zone, looking to try and fire, couldn't do so, opts to go into the corner. Bouncing puck, this one comes out of the zone yet again, chasing back on this goes Zubrachuk. Vlad Zubrachuk finds McKeach. I mentioned Zubrachuk in the last game. Is this one on the back check? Vlad tried to get there, got a stick in as it bounced over Klein. And looking at the goaltending matchup while we have a sec, Brian Scopel for High Point and Sean Klein for the Bronx. Klein coming in as a sophomore from Robbinsville, New Jersey. Or actually, those are incorrect stats. Those are from last year. Klein is a freshman. He is indeed a freshman. As
from Robbinsville, New Jersey.
We're actually going to get a penalty again, and incorrection on Robbinsville again. He's actually from Flemington. He lives like 5 houses down from me. So, funny enough about that. As we're going to get another call here, and I think the Bronx are going to go 5 on 3.
You want to make a statement early in this game, that's how you do it.
And it looks like it may have been the 14 of Michael Hale going to the sin bin. And for the Bronx, this is a massive opportunity to try and get the lead here in this one against a very dangerous and high-skilled, high-point team. As Bennett collects here at the point, he fires a shot. That one is waffle boarded away by Scopel, his first test of the evening. Back to Bennett. Bennett through traffic, Scopel again, but he'll hold on to it that time right in the breadbasket.
2 minutes in, 2 minors already. Usually this is something that Ryder tends to capitalize on relatively early. Usually we don't see the Bronx special teams this early in the game, but 2 minutes in, getting an early opportunity to showcase that.
Still 46 seconds of 5 on 3 time as Bennett looks for a lane to try and fire, can't do so. Looking to try and center that into the front, looking for Tavares, couldn't collect it, and it's cleared by the Panthers. And we didn't get to mention it in the pregame, but I will say, these Panthers jerseys are amazing.
They're great.
They are amazing.
They're elite.
I love these jerseys here from High Point. Excellent, excellent jerseys as Bennett dumps that one off. And we haven't seen the Bronx alternates yet this year, and they're pink in the rink jerseys as per usual. Also some fantastic jerseys. There's some amazing ones all across the ACHA. Is out the other way. Here comes DiMartino looking for an option. Tried to center it. Another chance. We're going to get a delayed penalty as Klein makes a save, and they score on the rebound. Shorthanded tally for the Panthers. It's Joe DiMartino who will score. And we'll get another look at it here.
Once that 2-on-1 just became an option, the Panthers took advantage, especially scoring 5-on-3. Very, very impressive. A little bit of a delayed communication among the Bronx.
Yeah, a bit of a bad back check as well there from Ryder. And that kind of comes with not having 6 defenders. They only have 5 currently right now, as obviously getting back Ty Schneider is huge, but definitely a tough one as Zuberchuk flies his way into the zone. Zuberchuk will send this one around over to the opposite corner. Finds it across to Turner. Turner to McKeach. Bouncing puck he will send back to Turner down low. Turner kicks for Zuberchuk, trying to keep the puck, can't do so. High Point out the other way as that one floats up into the air. Bouncing puck collected by Pape. Shots currently 2-1 in favor of High Point right now. 13 seconds left to go on the power play as Pape will skate this out of the zone. Try to play it across. Just 5 seconds left of power play time, and it is dumped into the zone by High Point. That will do it. We're back to 5-on-5 finally. Here was 16:20 left to go in the first.
I don't think the Panthers could have asked for a better start to this game, especially going down 2 with being on the penalty kill early, getting a goal out of it, and killing off the power play.
Well,
really good start.
Well, obviously, starting with 2 penalties, not ideal, but you're able to kill both of them off and get a shorthanded goal of your own. Can't really complain too much. They'll take that for sure. As this is played across, looking for McKeach and Tovar as it gets by both of them. High Point with it again. Trying to drive in. Here comes Anthony Sasso looking to center that one. Couldn't do so. Tried to play it across there looking for his brother Nicholas. As it bounces here to Anthony. Anthony cycling here in the zone. He fires. Kicked aside there by Klein. Sasso on it again. Tried to play it off. Looking there for the 19 of Glessner. As he goes back to Sasso along the boards. Up to the point now. Back to Sasso at the hash marks. High Point trying to get set up here in the zone and just keep possession. And this is a very dangerous High Point team. Like I said earlier, 4-2 on the year so far, their last 5 games. Their last one ended up being a 7-2 loss to Rowan back on the 28th. But the day before, on the 27th, they beat them 4-2. Beat a extremely strong UNC team 7-2 back on the 21st of September. As driving in, a nice stop there from Skopel as he will lay it off. That chance there was for Prunty. Prunty sporting the number 7 jersey here in this one. As that will go down for an icing. Cole will go back and touch that one up. But like I was mentioning about High Point, that big win against UNC 7-2. They lost 6-4 to JMU, but then won back-to-back against Liberty to start the year for a clean sweep of their first opening weekend.
Which is, longtime listeners will know, that is no easy feat.
No, it is certainly not against a very good Liberty team. And then for the Bronx, looking at their last 5 games, they've only played 3 so far in the year. An OT loss to Montclair to start the season 7-6, a 13-4 rout as they traveled up to RPI last weekend on the 26th, and then last weekend here at Flemington, a 5-4 shootout loss against St. Joe's in last week's PSB game of the week. They battled back hard in that game, the Bronx did. It was a great game all around. As it's collected by Bogan. Bogan will send into the zone, trying to walk their way through. Here goes High Point, and they score. What a move, what a finish there from Andrew Welsh.
Welsh made that look easy.
We'll get another look at this beautiful finish here from Welsh. Gets the feet off the pass, just absolutely nasty with the toe drag, and goes glove side. There on Klein. And the Panthers are up 2-0 here with 14:11 left to go in the first.
That was a good pass, too, as well. Finding Welch right on that blue line there, and then just coming right across, had an easy look at Klein to make it 2-0.
I think that pass was from A.J. Bojen, the number 18 there from High Point with that feed. As this one goes right under us here at up above the scorer's box. As Ryder now down by 2, trying to fight their way back into it. Cusimano along the wall, trying to get this puck out of the zone. Zuberchuk is able to do so as it's collected and pass forward for a moment there. Here come the Panthers again, driving in quickly. Here comes Welch again, looking for his second of the game with the dirty dangles. Puck taken away, trying to get a shot off as Finley Patrick couldn't do so. Knocked away, and Zuberchuk can't get it out that time. McKeach with a good block. McKeach trying to get on it, can't do so as it's knocked away on the back check.
Welch was looking for that exact same shot that he scored on less than a minute earlier.
He certainly was, as this one goes back out the other direction. Trying to chase on this goes Bojan again. Spinorama move trying to get by Ty Schneider. He sends it to the corner. Still on the puck. Playing this one lower. Puck into the wall. Bouncing shot, quick shot in onto Klein, and he will cover up on that one. Couple of nice bang saves there from Sean Klein.
Yeah, he had to hustle to get on top of that one.
Face-off one there by High Point as it goes to the corner, looking to try and get a quick shot on. Klein will hold on as Jack Slayton was right on the doorstep. Couldn't get it to go as Klein jumped right on top of it. Another face-off win there from High Point, trying to get a backhander on in the low slot. Can't do so. Taken by Prunty, and he finds Tavares out the other way here for the Bronx. Bouncing puck into the zone, gobbled up there by Scopel, and he'll just hold on for the stoppage again.
Bronx so far having a hard time getting this puck out of the zone. An early detriment from what I am seeing is that they are trying to get the clears and they just can't.
Face-off won by High Point again here in their own end. As this one trying for a quick pass out there to Slayton. He can't touch it, and that is going to be called an icing as here we go with some pushing and shoving after the play. Benner got knocked down.
Kind of surrounded by three Panthers.
That honestly probably should not have been an icing
No,
there. High
should not
Point
have.
beat that out by a mile.
Yeah. But the Bronx will take it nonetheless.
So it's going to be a penalty here on High Point yet again. It will go back to the sin bin here. As the Bronx look to try and claw their way back into this game. McKeach will take the draw here for Ryder. He's able to win it. Goes back up to the point. Shot from the blue line. Schneider, that one got redirected by Turner. They're going to say it was a high stick, but it's cleared there by the Panthers.
Just a little bit high. Good look there from Ty, though.
Schneider will get on this one. Zuberchuk will deke by one defender. Able to keep this puck here in the neutral zone. Works his way in across the blue line. Tried to do a behind-the-back move, but it's cleared yet again there. Back to Klein. Schneider on it again. Quickly chased here by Riggio. As McKeach will just take this one back into his own ends. Ryder trying to draw up a play here on the power play with 1:17 left to go on it.
Indeed is a roughing call.
Turner along the boards. Pape there over to try and help him. Can't get to the puck. Back out to the neutral zone again off that diving clear there from Jonathan English. Good clear on that play as it's taken away here. Panthers trying to drive in for another shorthanded goal as Pape will get there on the back check. That was DiMartino driving in yet again shorthanded, looking for his second shorthanded goal of the game as this goes to the corner. Turner with a nice check along the wall. Puck up and out of the zone yet again here by High Point. Klein up off the boards. 37 seconds left to go on the power play as this bounces out to McKeach. Driving in, here goes Tavares trying to cut by a defender. Couldn't do so, and out it comes again. The Panthers. Incredible at their own blue line right now, just stopping every rush. As this one is just dumped in. Kenna will give chase on it here for the Bronx. Kenna trying the center. No one was home there for Ryder as this one is sent along to the wall for Prunty. 10 seconds left on the power play. Bennett with it. He sends it here to the corner. Trying to chase on that was Shriver. Couldn't get to it, and that one will go up into the netting and out of play. With 1 second left on the man advantage, 10:27 left to go in the first.
Yeah, I counted at least 3 good, strong, clear attempts. And like you said, DiMartino almost had his second goal of the game, second shorthanded goal of the game, if it wasn't for a very, very good back check there by Aaron Pape. A little bit of a collision there, but it's a necessary collision and one the Bronx had to do in order to prevent that opportunity. This could have easily been a 3-0 game had that not been a factor.
High Point able to collect this one again. It is sent out of the zone by Hale. He finds this one forward up to the 73 of Riggio, looking to try and get a shot through, couldn't do so as Riggio got a stick taken away by Call. It goes into the corner, shot from the point, another chance. Klein will gobble up that one for the cover. As Riggio and Call were getting into it as well.
Klein was getting hounded there quite a bit. Good decision there to just cover that one up.
So face-off will end up to the right here of Sean Klein. As Cusimano, he will send this along the wall. Didn't have enough juice on it to get around the boards. Kept here by High Point again. Pass spun back there by Mertz. He gets it back off the backhander from Hale. Mertz on it still. Spins around. Down behind the goal line. Now he has to lay it off to DiMartino. Or excuse me, that's the 73 of Riggio as this goes back up to the point. That puck kicked off a stick there as it goes to the corner again. Cusimano will poke this around. Call beat out to the puck there by Riggio. As High Point going to work here in the zone. Call will take it away and he will just loft this up and out. Knocked down there for a moment by the Panthers. Taken away by McKeach and sent into the zone. McKeach will give chase. Able to take it away here off that loose pass as McKeach darting into the slot. Couldn't get the shot off. He's taken down as he had 3 Panthers all over him. He was the lone man in on that forecheck.
I believe Cameron Anderson was the one to take him down finally, but he was trying to make something happen. Good for Brendan.
We saw that happen in last week's game here for the Bronx as this will go for an icing here on Ryder. McKeach was all over the ice, blocking shots, throwing the body, and scored a goal last week shorthanded for Ryder on a breakaway chance after he had just blocked a shot. And McKeach doing everything he can right now here for this Ryder squad to try and get them going here in this one down by 2 with under 9 to play in period 1. Face off one back here by the Bronx, trying to get it out of the zone. They do. Tavares out the other way. Has Turner with him. Tavares, he hits the deck. Went down with another Panthers skater as they will take it out of the zone again. Walking forward. That one redirected off of Klein and goes up into the netting. That shot there from Glessner. Wearing the 19 for this Panthers team. Face-off won by Ryder, but they can't clear the zone as Cusimano couldn't get it out. Turner tried to get there as well. Cusimano on it again. He can't lift it out on the backhand. Kept here by High Point, trying the center. Sasso is there. He goes back up to the point. Hutchins fires a shot through. On the backhander chance, it's denied. That was Glessner again looking for that chance.
Good thing Benner was there. That was a wide open net if Glessner was able to connect on that backhand. Benner got there just in time.
Turner tried to quickly play this one across. Couldn't find the feet to Kenna as he's just laid out down in the corner. As another big hit right here at center ice. Turner with a big-time check. Or excuse me, Turner got checked down to the ice with a big-time check there from Jonathan English. And it has been all High Point so far here in this one. They have been dominating so far. Here in this Friday evening, here at the Flemington Ice Arena, here in Flemington, New Jersey. If you're just joining us, thank you for doing so. My name's Carla Pascal, joined alongside by the always wonderful Eric Johnson. As we're here for this one between the Bronx and the High Point Panthers. It's a 2-0 Panthers lead as they try to go back to the point. Shot from the blue line, that one went wide, looking for a redirect for Patrick. Goes back up to the point again. Pass across, looking for another shot through traffic. Trying to dive on top of it. That puck was still loose, but we get the whistle anyway. Klein was sprawled out trying to cover up that puck.
You beat me to it. That puck was 100% loose.
We had a couple of those last week as well against St. Joe's, where that puck was still loose, still bouncing around in front, and the referees just lose sight of it and blow the whistle. We've seen it across the ACHA this year. Some very quick whistles across all levels so far this season, as this one is just flipped up and out of the zone there by Schneider here off the draw. Back to get it as Welsh. Already has one nasty goal here in this one today. He has it again. Welsh trying to lay this pass through, walking down Broadway. That one stopped by Klein, as that one is just get sent out of play up over the glass behind the Rider bench. Tried to feed that forward for AJ Bojen.
See, the problem is Ryder's not able to get anything really going. All they can do is really just dump it out of the zone, and by that point, it's already too late.
And that's a big credit to the High Point forecheckers here. They've been doing such a great job of keeping the puck in the zone, and for the defensemen as well. Anytime the puck goes to the point, they're right there to try and keep it. And anytime the puck goes the other way, as right now it does, Prunty with a breakaway chance. It's stopped by Skopel. There was the one play on the breakout quickly there from Ryder, but Skopel able to make the save.
That's the type of play the Bronx have been looking for all game.
As this one bounces here to the corner, and like you were saying, those quick breakout sequences for the Bronx are going to be key here in this one. If they can try and find them, they can try and get their way back into this one. And like I was saying about the defense there for High Point, they've been great. As another chance in on Klein, he's able to make a point-blank save. What a stop. That was a shot from Slayton right in the low slot, unmarked. And Klein got it right in the high chest. Like I was saying before about the Panthers' defense, they've been great at the offensive blue line. They've been even better at their own blue line, stopping anything that comes into the zone. And getting the puck out quickly, snapping it around to the forwards very easily. As this one is fed up to McKeach. McKeach with a breakout chance. He fires Skopel with another stop there with the shoulder. And like you were saying, Eric, 2 times in a row there, the Bronx trying in transition to try and find a way to claw their way back, as this goes to the corner here. Donahue, he goes to the point. Shot redirected through traffic, and Klein will gobble that up. That bounced off the chest of McKeach.
So those breakout chances that we've been seeing 2 of those in a span of about a minute and a half. Those are the type of plays you need to be looking for when, again, we've mentioned this before, the Bronx have only 5 defensemen out there. Those are the type of plays you need, those quick, explosive plays.
100%, as we're down to under 6 minutes left to go. Here in period number 1, McKeach will win that draw right back on the ice as Kusamana will send it out. Puck going the other way. Zubrachuk will chase after this. He goes after Catatore as it's collected here by High Point again. They play this one across. Not poked into the zone. Trying to get to it first is Mertz as him and Zubrachuk come together. Pass across looking for McKeach. He gets a stick tap on it, but it's collected and dumped in there by the Panthers. Pass goes to the wall. Gut trying to get on it. Gut up to Pape. That puck bounces by him. And the Panthers contain once again Ryder trying to keep this in the zone. Kenna looking to get there, couldn't do so as Turner just got ran over there by English.
That is the second time that English has just completely ran over Brain Turner.
And it's the second time offensively he's done that, going the other way with a reverse check.
And here's the thing, Turner's not a small guy by any means.
Certainly not. As trying to drive, this is Kenna. Nice stop there from Scopel there on that backhand chance there from Ryan Kenna, the new captain for this Bronx squad for the 25-26 season. From what I've been told from the guys on the team and the coaching staff, very well earned and deserved for Ryan Kenna. As that one is kicked aside there by Klein. Puck goes into the wall. Trying to dig at this. Bouncing puck goes up to Papen. He will just send it out of the zone. Shriver will try and chase on this one. Couldn't get to it in time. As it's played up the wall, trying to play this pass through. Here it comes the other way again for Welsh. Welsh with another move. That one is stopped by Klein, and it bounces up the netting off its moorings right now. Still no whistle yet as it goes back up to the point. Sasso, he fires from the point, and Klein will grab that with the leather.
Nice glove save there by Klein.
Man, Andrew Welsh flying in the offensive zone in transition.
It's been all period. He's been able to find that sweet spot and just do masterful work with it.
Anytime he gets within 3 feet of the blue line, he's already flying into the zone with some very smooth skating. A lot of finesse on his skating and some excellent hands for sure. There on Andrew Welsh. Very mobile offensive defenseman as he sends this pass forward. High Point looking for a shot. That one goes up and over the bar, rides the dasher all the way out of the zone as Prunty will find Tavares, but the pass is miscued. Patrick with it now. He drives into the zone. Patrick lays the pass off, trying to get a shot through. They can't do it. That was Bojan as it's collected here by Prunty again.
Prunty had nobody with him.
He did not. Everyone else went for the change as the Panthers look to get going again. That pass broken up for a minute, but it's going to be called offside as after the play, Bronx just got knocked down there. That was A.J. Bojan. No penalty. We continue on 5-on-5 here with 3:02 left to go in the first. So the faceoff will come back into the High Point University end. Panthers up 2-0 right now here over the Rider Bronx. Face-off one back here by the Panthers. They ring this around looking for DiMartino. He's the one who got things going here in this game. Scored a shorthanded goal, 5-on-3 earlier in the first. As this pass is broken up. Trying to spring this forward is McKeach. His pass is taken away. Collected by Cameron Anderson as he splits the defense. Walking in goes Anderson. Sharp angle shot gobbled up there by Klein.
Second time we've seen or actually more than the second time, probably like the third or fourth time we've just seen High Point just walk right in and get a crystal clear shot. Face off here. Corralled in by the Bronx, not out of the zone yet.
Yeah, Bennett tried to flip that one out, couldn't do so as this pass goes to the backdoor. Klein makes a nice save on that backdoor shot there from Nicholas Sasso. As it's sent into the zone again, Bennett will go back and chase.
Klein didn't need to get all of it, but he needed to get enough of it, and that he did. High Point still with it, so we're going to get a whistle. Faced off just outside the High Point zone. Little early draw. One back by the Panthers. Panthers have been really good in the dot, taking it in. Pass over across, intercepted by the Bronx and cleared out.
Yeah, they've done an excellent job here in the offensive zone and overall on the faceoffs, like you said, Eric, as Benner, he just got rocked there on that reverse check. That was from Glessner. Lakin Glessner with a big reverse check there. As High Point has this one here with 1:40 left to go in period one. Benner will go back and chase on this. He's hounded by Slayton. Skates it out of the zone himself as Benner tried to work it in. Couldn't do so. Has it taken away. English will send us out of the zone, and we're going to get a whistle here. I think Bennett is going to go to the box. Delayed penalty here on the play. Slayton with a backhanded pass. Touched there by the Bronx, but no whistle. We continue on. This one comes out of the zone. Extra skater just hops on here for High Point. I'm almost 100% positive that was touched by Ryder.
That was touched by Ryder.
Either way, we continue on here with a minute and change left to go in the first. Extra skater still on as this puck nearly taken away. Fed up to Welsh. He tries to get going down the near side wall. Welsh looking to cut to the middle. Couldn't get the shot off. It was touched by Ryder again, and now we finally get the whistle.
So it's going to be an interference call. And again, High Point just eating time with that puck. Good 30 seconds of skating in transition before finally getting the whistle. So the Bronx will go to the penalty kill for the first time this game, down 2-0. Kenna on the draw. Taken back one by the Panthers, kept in the zone.
So the Panthers to the power play here as Call will tap that one away. Pass back up to the point. Kept in at the blue line there by Hughes. His shot trickled in front. That one stopped by Klein, and it's cleared there by Ryder.
That was a much, much needed clear early in this penalty kill.
Sent up the ice. Trying to get on it is DiMartino. 12 seconds left to go. Trying to get this through. Klein jabbing at it. Goes DiMartino again. And we're going to get a whistle. Also looked like Nicholas Sasso in front trying to dig at that. But Klein doing a good job to shut the door right there as he had a bunch of bodies in front of him with 8 seconds left to go. Face off one back by the Bronx, and it's cleared there by Call. Got just enough on it. And that will do it for the first. So after one period of play, the Bronx down 2-0 over the High Point Panthers. The Panthers with a strong opening frame here in Flemington have a 2-0 lead at the end of 20 minutes. They're going to head into the second intermission with a 1:12 power play. Shots at the end of one, 19-7 in favor of High Point. But we're going to step aside, take a short break. When we come back, we'll have the second period of action for you. Welcome back, everybody. You're watching Rider University Bronx Ice Hockey, presented by Breakout Sports Broadcasting, live here on YouTube. My name is Carla Pascal, joined by the always wonderful Eric Johnson, back here for period number 2 between the Bronx and the High Point University Panthers. A big 2-0 lead for the Panthers after 1. They will start the second period on the power play as well. A very tough period for the Bronx. High Point dominated for long stretches as we get ready for the second. Thank you once again for joining us, and we're off here for the middle frame. Quickly taken here and sent into the zone by High Point. Like I mentioned, they're on the power play for 1 minute and 3 seconds to start this second period as they get set up in the zone. At the point, Hutchins will send this one through. That one went wide and high as it's kept here by High Point again. Bouncing puck steered away for a minute by Cusimano, but it's not out of the zone. DiMartino will keep it in. He's along the wall. The man who opened the scoring is DiMartino. As that shot waffle boarded into the corner there by Klein. Back up to the point again, 36 seconds, and they score off the rebound shot. I think that may have been deflected in front. I think that might have been DiMartino again.
Indeed it was. I was just about to say the Bronx could not buy a clear there, and it ended up biting them.
And we'll get another look at this shot here. Almost a seeing eye shot there from the blue line, and beautiful, beautiful deflection.
I was going to say, that was a pitch-perfect deflection out in front.
Fantastic.
By DiMartino.
Fantastic deflection by DiMartino. He's got 2 here in this one. He's on hat trick watch as the Bronx now down by 3. Bouncing puck. This is sent deep into the zone. Bronx back to chase on it here. They can't clear. Now they get it up here to Kenna. Has Pape with him. Pape with the puck, looking for an option, has to dive behind the goal line. Puck along the boards. Pape avoids the check, goes back up to the point here for Turner. That one bounced off of somebody in front, nearly hit a Bronx skater in the face.
I was going to say, there was a Bronx falling to the ice.
As driving the other way, sharp angle shot there from High Point, hit out the outside of the cage, and we're going to get a whistle. And the net came off its moorings as well. Shots are 20-7 in favor of the Panthers.
Yeah, I was about to say that before we got back on the air. 19 shots in the first period. That is eye-opening.
Yeah, it certainly is, as that one trickled just wide off of another redirect in front from Patrick. But like you said, Eric, eye-opening, definitely a word for the Bronx. And one thing they have to try and do is try and find a way to get in front of some of these shots. Sacrifice the body a little more.
Yeah, I was just going to say that. And the other thing I want to see a little bit more of out of the Bronx, and I think you'd agree with me on this, as we're going to get an icing here, icing on the Bronx. But one of the other things I want to see a little bit more physicality here. You know, they're getting knocked down to the ice a lot. You know, I want to see them respond, even if it's not really, it's going to result in a little bit of a futile effort. At times it will, but I want to see them at least show a little bit of physicality. Take it to them. You're down 3-0. You need a little bit of a spark.
Yeah, you certainly need a little spark, as Turner will try and get on this one here. Feeds it forward for Shriver. Couldn't get the shot through as it goes to the corner. But like you were saying, with the aspect in terms of physicality, like you said, Eric, High Point's been all over them in this game physicality-wise. And that's one thing that the Bronx have always prided themselves on, is their physicality and being tough to play against, being gritty, being able to grind games out and able to win close games and battles along the boards and all that stuff. And High Point has just had the numbers so far here in this one.
Because the Panthers definitely have, just from the seeing eye test, they definitely have the size advantage, because there's a good look there from the Panthers.
As Prunty will skate this one out. We'll get back to our point in just a moment as Prunty fires a shot, and that one skips up into the netting. But like we were saying, the physicality aspect for the Bronx have just been a little bit lacking here in this one. And obviously, like you said, the size difference is one thing. The weight difference, the size difference, obviously that kind of comes with being a young team, which Rider is, an extremely young team now here for this Bronx squad. And we talked about it in previous years where we could tell and see that it was starting to come a lot of the seniors and a lot of the highly talented sophomores and juniors were starting to graduate and get ready to graduate. And this is the year where I think it's finally really hit, where a lot of the top flight guys that they've had over the past couple of years have moved on at this point. They graduated a very large amount of seniors last year and graduate students, as Klein will gobble that one up. Speaking of one of them in goal, Trevor Givorowski, extremely hard to replace that. You bring in, obviously you have Bazoko coming in from last year, and then you bring in Sean Klein, who's in net right now. And it's an extremely young team, and it's going to take a while to learn how to play at the ACHA Division II level for a lot of these freshmen, for some of the transfers that are coming in. It's going to take some time to adjust, and obviously it's only game 4 for the Bronx right now here in this young season.
With a completely new group and a new group of guys, and a group of guys that are getting way more playing time than they were accustomed to last year.
Exactly. And it's definitely going to have to be something that the Bronx are going to have to adjust to as the season goes on, looking for ways to change their play style a little bit, as here comes McKeach the other way. McKeach looking for Gutt on the backdoor rebound. Chance was there for him, just couldn't get it to go, as this finds McKeach again in front of Pete, but the net came off its moorings as Schneider takes that shot. And a group of Panthers go after him. Cole comes over to defend him. And the referees breaking things up here.
But that's kind of the physicality I want. You know, I see a little bit of pushing, shoving here. Now, I'm not saying, just go in and just start shoving and pushing, but stand up for your guys, you know? And I know the Bronx can. I know the Bronx absolutely, that is something that they do. This is the brotherhood, you know? But again, it's, having that size disadvantage, to me, I just want to see a little bit more, not necessarily fighting back, but a little bit, standing up for themselves. And like we said, they're a younger group, and I think they can absolutely do that.
Yeah, I think they certainly can, as we might get a discussion here. Referee over at the scorer's table right now. Here with 16:21 left to go in period number 2 as we await the word of things here. Also, make sure to check out all of our other action on Breakout Sports Broadcasting this weekend. We've got a ton of coverage going on this week. We've got another game going on currently, actually, for Breakout Sports Broadcasting. Go make sure to check out that stream as Rutgers ACHA Division I, their club team, taking on Misericordia University.
So the Bronx going on a 5-minute major.
So a 5-minute penalty here to High Point. Like you said, Eric, we'll have to figure things out here, and I think they're kicking somebody out of this game.
Yeah.
It looks like Joseph Riggio is going to get kicked out. So Riggio is done for the night. And
spearing.
Oh, wow.
Spearing is the call.
So somebody got a 5-minute major and the spearing, and there was another game misconduct listed.
And there's a minor for Ryder on the board as well.
So it is Joseph Riggio who is gone, getting confirmation on that. And it's going to be a 5-on-4. Yeah, there's still a Bronx penalty up on the board here.
Which we have not been told as to whom.
And correction, it will be 4-on-4 as the referees now make the correct call there. So, seems like we finally figured things out. We'll play 4-on-4 for 2 minutes and then a 3-minute Bronx power play. But like I was also saying before, also make sure to check out the rest of the games while we've got a minute here on Breakout Sports Broadcasting. Like I was saying, Rutgers ACHA Division I taking on Misericordia University right now. And then tomorrow, they play again, also Rutgers and Misericordia for their second straight game. And then our game of the week tomorrow, TCNJ taking on William Patterson at the Zai Fieldhouse for our BSB game of the week. Set for a great one in tomorrow's matchup, as this face-off will end up right below us here in the broadcast box. Face-off one back there by the Bronx, but Cusimano has it chased away from him. Trying to score that one quickly with the Panthers, but a nice save by Klein. Beautiful stop there from Sean Klein. As this puck here on the face-off, one back by McKeach for a moment. Bounces to Klein, and he will cover up yet again there with the glove.
2 quick saves by Klein here.
And that's a smart cover there from Klein, as that puck just bounced right to him. They're off the draw. McKeach and DiMartino at it again in the face-off dot. McKeach wins it that time. DiMartino with it, though. Has it poked away by Bennett. Bronx are on the power play, or 4-on-4 right now for about 1:40, and then they'll be on the power play. Zuberchuk. He will skate this one forward. Tries to cut around a defender as the sixes come together along the wall. Zuberchuk back up to the point. Bennett there looking for a lane to fire. Redirected in front, knocked away by Skopel. Puck into the wall. Zuberchuk with it again. Zuberchuk looking. Back up to Cusimano. Cusimano. That one is blocked away. Bennett was calling for that for about 4 seconds. As it goes the other way here. DiMartino with it. Plays it cross ice, looking to try and get the shot off. Cusimano with a good back check to break it up. High Point still on it, though. Looking for an option. Trying to cycle back up here to the blue line. Good keep here by Slayton, as he will play back to the point for Welsh. Welsh laying this one off. Trying to find it to the back toward DiMartino was there. I think Klein got a piece of that one as McKeach looks up. McKeach uses Zuberchuk as a screen. Here goes McKeach into the zone. Trying to cut through and take a shot. He goes down. The puck bounced on to him as he tried to get another shot on goal. Skopel with a nice save. McKeach still with the puck. Another shot on the Skopel, and it's taken away here by Welsh.
McKeach tried to shoot that puck like 5 times and couldn't get it through.
Driving into the zone. Here goes Donahue, who lays it off. Donahue on it again. Knocked away there by Klein, and he will just jump on top of it now. Here for the whistle. "17 seconds left to go of 4-on-4 time. As this puck bounces to the corner here for the Bronx. Pape will get on it. Trying to move it out of the zone, couldn't do so. Good keep by Welsh. As Ryder looking to clear, couldn't do so. Welsh along the wall. Pape trying to take it away, can't do so. Welsh with it again, looking to try and find a lane to shoot. That one in on decline. And again with the blocker, he makes the save.
Quick
or with
save
the glove,
there.
I should say.
Quick save there by Klein. Welch also looking for his second of the game. Bronx making the change to get their 5 personnel out on that ice.
Trying to get some fresh legs out here. Now they're on the power play for Ryder. As that shot through traffic stopped yet again there by Klein. Off that face-off, trying to keep it in the zone. Here are the Panthers on the penalty kill. Bouncing puck back up to the point. Now they clear it out of the zone. Taken here by Welsh, who's just going to try and kill off some time. Welsh with that smooth skating, nearly chased off the puck by McKeach. He's all over him right now with some good pressure there, as this one is sent the distance all the way back here to Klein and Ty Schneider. Taken away yet again here by the Panthers, though, as Turner tries to knock it away, can't do so. And the Panthers have it again back in their own end. Skopel, he will lay off. And High Point will just dump it once again here with 2:10 left to go on the power play for Ryder. Pass up to McKeach. McKeach across to Turner. Bouncing puck. Turner enters the zone. Tried to split the D, couldn't do so, and it's cleared by the Panthers.
I think Turner was looking to take a shot, just couldn't corral that puck in time.
13:10 left to go here in period number 2. Puck collected here by Zubrachuk. Zubrachuk gets by one. Gets across the blue line. He fires a shot. That went wide. Good chance, though, from Zubrachuk as he centers this one, trying to find Shriver. Just couldn't find a handle as it bounces to the corner, and it's cleared. Back to Ty Schneider. Schneider has some room in front of him across the blue line. Lays back here to Tavares. Tavares back to Schneider. Had the puck stolen away from him as Tavares tries to get there. Can't do so. Puck coming out the other way. One-on-one chance here for the Panthers shorthanded. In onto Prunty, just in onto Klein, and he will cover up. And he got a whack after the whistle there. And that's going to be a penalty on High Point, I think, yet again. And it is going to be on Jack Mertz.
So the Bronx getting another 2 minutes on the man advantage.
And I think they just got another penalty as well. I think they just got a bench minor for unsportsmanlike. So they're going to have to put another man in the box. So it'll be a 5-on-3 once again here for Ryder. They were still on the initial 5-minute major, had 1 minute and 9 seconds left, but now they'll have extended time here on the 5-on-3 for 1 minute and 9. And the referees are discussing things here down below us, talking with the captains here for High Point. DiMartino is down there talking with one of the linesmen right now.
They're going to call it slashing on Mertz.
And Donald Starcher, the head coach for High Point, is going to get a bench minor penalty here for unsportsmanlike conduct. So it'll be a 5-on-3 yet again here for the Bronx, as that's cleared quickly there by the Panthers. One minute here left to go on the 5-on-3 for the Bronx. It's collected here by Benner. Benner skates his way into the zone. He is hammered into the wall as Tavares tries to center this puck. Kenna there, looking to play it across to Tavares, but it skips by him and comes out of the zone. Prunty on it now.
Tavares had a great look.
Had an excellent chance as this one bounces here for Kenna. Looking up here for Shriver. Joel Shriver trying to keep this one away, can't do so. Here comes High Point again. DiMartino with it, trying to get a backhander shot off, couldn't do so. He's on hat trick watch. 2-on-1 the other way now. Tavares and Prunty. Tavares into the middle, lays back, Shriver fires, but Skopel makes the save. Trying to dive on top of it again. Did that puck end up in the net? We're going to get a whistle as the net came off, and Skopel is in a pile down there. They're going to say that puck did not cross the line.
I was going to say, believe that is a no, that puck did not go in the net.
So that puck did not cross the goal line as the net came off. Skopel with some good saves there.
Those have been the best looks the Bronx have had all game so far.
Yes, it certainly has been. As this goes back up to the point. Shot from Ty Schneider. That one goes high and wide as Pape will keep this in the zone. 2 seconds left to go, a 5-on-3. Or 50 seconds, rather, left of 5-on-3 as Schneider plays this across. Zuberchuk wires a shot through, blocked away. Schneider back up to Zuberchuk again. Zuberchuk to Pape. Walking through, that one goes off the outside of the net. He's closed off along the boards. Panthers looking for a lane to clear, and they do. It will go all the way back to Klein. Zuberchuk drives on in, spinorama move, backhanded shot trickles just wide of the play. Would have been a beauty if he had found that on target. As Turner has this along the wall. Spins back to Zuberchuk again. Back to Turner, but it bounces off his skates. DiMartino the other way. Shorthanded chance again for DiMartino. He's tied up by Schneider as Turner nearly ran into Klein there on that back check. It's collected by Zuberchuk again. He plays it up off the wall. Collected here by McKeach. McKeach into the zone. Driving in, Brendan McKeach looking for an option. Shriver trying to get there. Now to Zuberchuk. 49 seconds left to go, 5-on-4 as Schneider plays across to Pape. Pape bouncing puck over to the wall. Zuberchuk on it again. Down low to Shriver. Shriver tries to fire a shot through, that's blocked away. Up off the glass, and it's cleared out by the Panthers.
Bronx needs to get some fresh legs on. They are tired.
Yes, they certainly do, as Zuberchuk goes to the bench. Schneider looking for an option. Springs this pass forward, able to find Prunty. Looking across for Kenna, can't connect. 12 seconds left to go on the power play. Skopel laying this one off. Tavares trying to take that one away, can't do so. Puck lifted up and out of the zone, and that will do it for the power plays. Finally back to even strength, back to 5-on-5, as that one is knocked away there with the blocker by Klein. Puck to the point, redirected in front. Klein will jump on top of it, as Call will get into it here with the 88 of Matthew Hughes.
Quick dive from Klein on top of that puck.
Klein able to see that one through a bunch of bodies in front. Did a good job to get down on top of it after the save as well. Face-off will end up to the left here of Klein with 9:07 left to go here in period 2. Bronx trying to get on this here after the face-off. Kenna is there. He rings it around, but it goes off the top of the high glass and up into the netting. Face-off won there by the Bronx, looking to try and clear the zone. Puck back up to the point, kept in there as another stop there from Klein is held on to.
I was about to say the same thing about 10 minutes that I said about 10 minutes ago. The Bronx desperately looking for a kill, or a clear, I should say.
Yeah, they need to try and get one out of the zone here and not take an icing, try and get some fresh legs out. They just got a few on that change. This time the faceoff was won by High Point. Shot from the blue line. That one went wide of everybody. As this one is taken down behind the goal line. Bouncing puck right into the front. That one up and over on the backhander chance. What a shot there from A.J. Bojen. On that backhand chance now taken by Patrick. He hits the ground in a heap. Shot from the blue line is whiffed on. Bojen on it again. Him and Kenna come together. That puck goes through everybody in the slot as Tavares will get on it and loft it out of the zone. Hughes looking up, plays this one forward, picked off by McKeach. Lays it off for Prunty. Prunty across the Zuberchuk. It's kicked away there by Skopel. What a save.
Fantastic save there from Skopel. Good shot from Zuberchuk, but just completely kicked aside.
We'll get another look at this save here from Skopel. This is a great keep by McKeach. Laying back to Prunty, and Zuberchuk find himself wide open for the one-timer. And what a save there from Brian Skopel. That is a big, big-time stop. Would have gotten Ryder on the board with that one if he had gotten it up a little bit more. But that was a blast there from Zuberchuk. As that shot goes top shelf, what a shot from Nicholas Sasso. And just like that, it's a 4-0 game.
Absolutely wicked of a shot.
That was a laser beam above the blocker side of Sean Klein.
High Point controls quickly off this draw and finding Sasso right here. Bang.
What a shot. That's an excellent shot there from Sasso.
That is a shot where you know you want to send it and you just absolutely mail it right into the net.
This one steered away, goes back up to the point. Shot through traffic, bouncing puck goes into the corner. Puck back up to the blue line again. That one is blocked away by Turner, looking to try and clear. Turner will get it out of the zone, collected by Jonathan English as it finds its way to Cusimano. Up off the boards. Chasing back on this goes English again. No icing, it's waved off. Didn't have enough juice to get there. Just about 7 minutes left to go here in the second period. If you're just tuning in, thank you for doing so. My name is Carlo Pascal, joined alongside by the always wonderful Eric Johnson. You're watching Rider Bronx University Ice Hockey, presented by Breakout Sports Broadcasting, live here on BSB, here on YouTube. Currently a 4-0 game in favor of the High Point University Panthers here over the Rider University Bronx as Kenna drives down low. Back up to the point. Cusimano there. Shot is blocked away there by English as he has it again. Bouncing puck taken away by Kenna. Kenna now with it, trying to power his way through. Big stop by Skopel again with the pads, and it goes all the way back to Klein.
Read that perfectly, Skopel did.
And he knew McKeach was going to go right to the backhand there, try and go far pad and bury it 5-hole. As Prunty collects this for Ryder. He sends in. Collected by English, bouncing puck corralled by McKeach, and this one goes up and out of play off the shot. Face off to the left here of Brian Skopel, who's had a great game here in this one so far. Hasn't seen a ton of action. 16 shots on the board. Has been perfect 16 for 16 so far. Has made some excellent saves here in the last couple stages of this second period.
Yeah, I'm really thinking about that one on Zuberchuk, where he was able to kick that. He has been perfect.
Yeah, he has been perfect 16 for 16 so far. Like you said, that save on Zuberchuk was fantastic. The one on Kenna as well, just a couple moments ago, was also great. Read it perfectly like you said. As this faceoff is sent around the wall, trying to get it out of the zone. His gut, he's able to do so. Lifts it forward to Zuberchuk, who nearly got ran over. Now McKeach on a breakaway chance. McKeach denied by Skopel on the breakaway. What a stop yet again by Brian Skopel. Once again, a beautiful read. Perfectly read. We'll get another look at it here as we've got a second. It doesn't look like we have it, just a little bit too far behind our replay there. But either way, what a stop from Brian Skopel.
Skopel's definitely had to step up his game the past couple of minutes, and he absolutely has.
Oh, he certainly has. The Bronx have been trying to find their way to at least get one here in this one. As it is collected here by Welsh. Already has one goal here in this one today. Scored on a nasty toe drag. As it bounces its way up here to Mertz. Mertz lays off. Zuberchuk with it now. Zuberchuk, pass across. Offside on the play are the Bronx, and we get a whistle here with 5:12 left to go in the second period. So 4-0 the score. High Point here over Ryder. As Cusimano will dump this into the zone. Turner to chase after it. Bouncing puck to the corner here for Pape. He finds Turner again, looking to try and center that one for Shriver. Just couldn't find him on the feed. Puck lofted up and out of the zone. Trying to track it down is Slayton. Slayton looking across, trying to find that one through on the pass for Donahue. Can't connect. Puck into the near side right corner. 2-on-2 down low as it pops back out here for the Bronx for a moment. Collected here by Pape. Pape will just loft this one in. And gloving that one down is Scopel.
Decides to hold on to it.
A shortstop style there as we get into the MLB playoffs, Eric. Mr. Man who works at the MLB Network standing right next to me, Eric Johnson. Going to be a very busy bee, aren't you?
Division series starting tomorrow.
I'm going to be a very busy bee
Yes,
at the MLB Network.
I've been a busy bee for the past week or so, but always room for more, as that is a 5th High Point goal right up past Klein.
A beautiful backdoor feed. Looks like it's the 13 of Liam Donahue on the goal. We'll get another look at it here right off this face-off. And who else but Joe DiMartino, his third point of the evening.
What a pass.
What a feed.
I was going to say, that pass was perfect. Credit to Donahue for getting on that puck and getting that shot off, but man, it was a great pass from 59.
Yeah, that was an excellent pass there from DiMartino. Spectacular feed to get it to the back door, and like you said, excellent job by Donahue to get there in the first place for that tap-in, who makes it 5-0 here with 4 and change left to go in period 2.
One of those pucks where Klein had no chance.
And out the other way, 2-0 here. Now Tavares on a breakaway chance. In on goal, it's stopped yet again by Scopel. His 3rd breakaway save of the game. Having himself an evening here in this one against the Bronx. As Tavares fires a shot, that one trickled wide. 3-on-2 the other way. Now a 2-on-2 as here comes High Point. Beautiful toe drag move. Trying to lay this one lower, looking for a wraparound chance, and we're going to get a whistle. Looks like the net is off its moorings. Slayton collects the secondary assist on that goal there from Donahue. Off the draw, this one bounces here. Back up to the point, shot through traffic, seen by Klein, and he will get that in the breadbasket and hold on.
We'll say Klein has seen quite his fair share of action this evening.
Yeah, he's seen 29 shots so far.
I was just about to ask what that shot number was.
Yeah, sitting at 29 right now. Not a great rate, but several of the goals, what is Klein going to do on some of them, especially the most recent one?
The Donahue one was, I was just going to say, what are you going to do on that one?
The Donahue one, honestly, the one that opened the scoring.
The Sasso one.
The Sasso one, and the ankle breaker goal from Andrew Welsh.
The Sasso one is, there's another shot from the Panthers that goes wide. The Sasso one, you could argue Klein got beat, but I don't think he even saw where that puck was. It was
an excellent shot. It was beautifully placed there right above his blocker side. As that shot is stopped by Klein, he will kick that one out with the paddle. As Kenna tried to clear it, bounced off the referee's skates. Right back into the zone. Here comes Hutchins. Hutchins up to the point here for Hughes. Hughes looking to Hutchins again. Hutchins fires through traffic. Saved by Klein. A rebound pad saved by Klein yet again. Nice stop.
That was Bojan looking for that rebound.
And that's one thing that the Panthers have also done well in this one. Every time there's a rebound, they're right back on it. As this goes to the corner. Puck into the wall, Tavares there. Cusimano will ring it around as it gets a lucky bounce off the stick of English for the Bronx and comes out of the zone. 2 and change left to go here in period 2 as English will fly his way in. Looking to center. That loose puck is knocked out the other way. McKeach will race after this. Panthers get on it first. Have it here in their own end. McKeach trying to lay the body in the wall. Puck tapped forward. And collected here by Glessner. Glessner to the backhand. Poke check. That one goes off the top of the net. Almost bounced its way in. As it bounces off the skates of Zuberchuk on that pass from Gut. Zuberchuk with it again here. Zuberchuk for McKeach to Gut. Couldn't handle the pass as Zuberchuk trying to get back on it. Able to do so. Pass is blocked right in the low slot, and it comes back out to Bennett, who will just put that one back into the zone.
That play from Zuberchuk where he was able to win that puck battle, that is one of the first puck battles I've seen the Bronx win that was contested in a long time in this game.
It has been quite some time since they won a puck battle like that contested, like you said, as Schneider gets this one forward. Pass for Pape is broken up there by Sasso as this goes into the corner. Puck along the wall. Trying to keep this here are the Panthers deep in the zone. Looking to center. Couldn't get the shot off there was Mertz as he has it again along the wall with Pape. Over to help him is Welsh. As it is collected back here by him, he lays that puck off. Driving forward, here comes High Point here with 25 seconds left to go in the period. Puck collected here by Schneider, who moves it across to Bennett. Bennett skating his way into the zone, trying to cut around a defender, can't do so. He's stopped there by the 36 of Peter Cross as it's lifted up and out. Dumped into the zone. 2 seconds left to go in the period, and that will do it here for period number 2. So at the end of 40 minutes, it's a 5-0 High Point University Panthers lead here over the Rider University Bronx. Shots are 33-19 in favor of the Panthers, but we're going to step aside, take a short break. When we come back, we'll have the third period of action for you. Welcome back, everybody. You're watching Rider University Bronx Ice Hockey, presented by Breakout Sports Broadcasting, live here on YouTube. But my name is Carlo Pascal, joined by the always wonderful Eric Johnson, here for this third period between the High Point University Panthers and the Rider University Bronx. It's a 5-0 lead in favor of these High Point Panthers. They have been all over the Bronx here in this one.
Controlling is the word we used during the break. This has been just a dominating effort from these Panthers of High Point University.
Yeah, they have been dominating this Bronx squad all night here in this one. They have been on fire here in this game. Highlighted by Joe DiMartino, 3 points here in this one. Has 2 goals. He's on hat trick watch, has an assist as well. Had an assist on the last goal. As we get ready for this third period, once again, thank you for joining us here on Breakout Sports Broadcasting. Center's at the faceoff dot, and we're off here for this one. Pass quickly sent into the Bronx end. It got by Jackson Cole as he will send this forward. It bounced off the shoulder there of Peyton McKeach. Will grab it down as the referee hit the deck, just knocked down a High Point skater. They got a little lucky there, and we're going to get a whistle. It was actually offside on top of it, too, I think.
The ref just shoved him down.
It was completely accidental.
Accidental.
Incidental contact, but the other linesman over there blew the whistle dead. Good call by the referee to blow that down.
Yeah.
Correct call. But
oh my
that
God.
was definitely a funny part of the night.
Oh my God, I've never seen that.
Either way, this face-off will be outside the blue line here. As Zuberchuk having a whacking match there with Peter Cross. Peter Cross, familiar to us here at Breakout Sports Broadcasting, played in the Jersey Pro League the past 2 years. Saw him a bunch this summer with the John and Matthew Goudreau Foundation for their team in the JPL this past year. Always a great time up at the Jersey Pro League as that shot is stopped away yet again by Skopel. We mentioned him throughout the second period, really had to step up in period number 2 for a couple Rider chances and made some big-time stops. Brian Skopel.
More goals allowed, yes, but second period overall better for the Bronx.
Definitely better offensively. As that's a nice stop there from Klein that goes up and out of play into the netting. Klein in his own right has been pretty good here in this one. He's given up 5 goals, yes, on 34 shots, which isn't great numbers, but when you look at the goals, about 3 of them, there's nothing he could have done on 3 of those goals. 2 of them he may want to have back, but the last 2, definitely not. Maybe the one there from Sasso that you had mentioned earlier in the second period at the end of the frame, Eric, but either way, 2 of those goals not really on him, but 3 of those goals not really on him. 2 of them he might want to have back there. Granted, it would still be a 3-0 game. The numbers would be a little bit better, but the Bronx have to try and get some offense here and at least try and find something here in this third period as that goes for an icing here on Ryan.
They have to connect on some of these passes. And the other thing, and I don't know if you've noticed this too, Carollo, and I might have said this earlier, honestly forgot, but they are not winning any of these battles in the neutral zone.
No, they are certainly not.
They are just getting completely outplayed. I mean, quite frankly, getting outplayed in that offensive zone so much. But once they clear it out of the neutral zone, the Panthers are just on top of that puck quickly.
Yeah, once they get out of their own end, half the time they just have to dump it out and go for the change because High Point is right back on them quickly. They've done a great job on the forechecking to just keep the Bronx on their heels consistently throughout this game. As this faceoff won here by High Point. Welch looking for an option. His pass is picked, and Tavares will get it out of the zone. Pass taken away here by Prunty. Prunty tried to lay off looking for Kenna, couldn't connect on the feed, as here comes DiMartino. He lays off, pass through. That one broken a bit in the slot by Cusimano, and Prunty will give chase on this. Prunty will beat out the icing as he got there for a second. As this one goes back out the other way here for Slayton. Slayton has a bouncing puck, work its way through. That one stopped by Klein. He tried to cover, couldn't do so. That was Donahue who rushed up the lane there to try and get that shot through as it goes back across. Here to the 61 of Cameron Anderson.
Donahue looking for his second of the game, just waltzed right in.
Shriver trying to find an option here. He will lift this one into the zone. Bouncing puck knocked away by Scopel there with the paddle. Goes to the wall here. Turner looking for Pape down behind the goal line now. He tries to lay the body. Good hit along the boards. As he tried to find Shriver in the slot, it is cleared away here by High Point. Here comes Sasso. Sasso fires. Gobbled up there by Klein with the leather.
I am curious though, Kroll, what is that shot differential for?
It is 35-19 right now.
I'm going to be honest, 19 is more than I thought Ryder has had this game. Ryder's gotten some chances. I think that number definitely got boosted a little bit in the second period as that shot gets deflected and out of play.
Yeah, that bounced off of the 27 of Nicholas Sasso. But I definitely think you're right, especially with the power plays, the long 5-minute major, and then those back-to-back penalties, the initial slashing call and then the bench minor definitely helped in terms of the shot totals for the Bronx here in this one.
I think that was Ryder's probably best opportunity to get back into this, and once they were able to, once High Point was able to kind of hold them off there, it has been all Panthers.
Yes, it certainly has, as that one is stopped there yet again. And another chance on the rebound. They score. The shot from Lakin Glessner finds its way over the shoulder of Klein, and it is 6-0. High Point. We'll get another look at this one here. This was right off the face-off.
Literally right off the draw.
Puck gets sent across off the shot from the point. It got deflected and a kick save there from Klein, and jumping on top of it was Glessner. And he just puts that one top shelf over the shoulder of Klein, makes it 6-0. And for High Point, 6-0 up here on the Bronx right now. And one thing that we haven't mentioned yet with High Point is any time that the Bronx have gained any momentum, right back in their face comes High Point, and they squish it all with either a goal or a big save from Scopel or a big hit or whatever it may be, or a great offensive pressure in the zone, whatever it is. They kill all the momentum quickly.
They get that torch snuffed very, very, very fast. And I go back to the play that comes to mind for me, as there was another chance here for the Panthers as it goes up against the boards. The play that comes to mind for me in that, when you say High Point very quickly recovers, is how quickly they scored after Ryder had all that power play time.
And
immediately, just absolutely immediately, I believe it was DiMartino's third, or his second of the game.
Yeah, it was DiMartino's second of the game, and that goal came right after the save on Zuberchuk.
Like maybe 10 seconds.
It was on the
afterwards.
next face-off.
Yeah, and then there was another goal right after that elongated power play time that the Panthers very quickly scored from, and immediately everything shifted back to the High Point side.
Yes, they certainly did. As McKeach will get on this here for the Bronx. He's able to shake off that hit there along the wall. And looking at the out-of-town scoreboard for our other game going on here on Breakout Sports Broadcasting, Misericordia University taking down the Rutgers ACHA Division I team. A 7-5 win for Misericordia.
So we were talking about that during the break, the intermission break. Carollo called that quite the upset, was the words he used.
It certainly is. This is an inaugural season for that Misericordia Division II ACHA program. They're listed as an independent team. Misericordia obviously has a Division III program, as that shot goes up into the netting there from Kenna. But Misericordia has a Division III program for their hockey team. But for them, as a Division II program, in the ACHA to take down a Division I. This is the second time they've done so this year. They beat Lehigh earlier this year. And now to take down Rutgers, that is a big feat, especially by 2 goals.
For those of you because I have to explain this, Corolla looked at me while doing that, pointing his pen at me like a school teacher, explaining that to me. It was like I was back at Rider University taking a lecture, pointing at me. Misericordia's first year. No, but all kidding aside, that is a big win for that young team.
Yeah, it is a very freshman-heavy squad for that Misericordia team. When I was doing our spotting boards for our broadcasters here for this weekend, here for those Rutgers games, those 2 teams will take on each other again tomorrow. Set for a 2:45 puck drop warm-up, set for 2:15. Final shots at the end of that game were 47-33 in favor of Rutgers, so a big shot differential there, but they fall by 2 as that one is knocked away there by Scopel. Chance for Ryder, that one's cleared right out of the blue paint.
I don't think Scopel saw exactly where that puck was, but cleared out once again.
As that shot is held on to there by Klein. Here with 14:12 left to go. Here in the third. And I mentioned it earlier, but our other games here on Breakout Sports Broadcasting here this weekend, make sure to tune into both of them. We've got 2 tomorrow to close out this weekend here on BSB as that shot is blocked in front. Bouncing here for Prunty. I'll get to the games in just a second as Pape will chase on this. Taken away by High Point. They enter the zone quickly again with some speed. Here comes Donahue. Donahue with it. Looking for his second of the game. Laying this one off. Collected here once again and just dumped into the corner there by the Panthers. Now Cusimano. He will find Prunty and he will just get it out of the zone. Now back to what I was saying, our other games here on Breakout Sports Broadcasting this weekend. We've got 2 more tomorrow here after this one wraps up tonight at Flemington Ice. As it's quickly taken away, blocked there by Shriver.
They are not letting you get to this as this
They are
promo.
not letting me promo our company here as Klein makes a nice kick save. On the wraparound chance, it won't go. Quick shot on by DiMartino. Klein jumps on top of it.
See, that's what I'm saying. That's what you were saying earlier about High Point getting to those rebounds. They were just able to get to these rebounds so quickly, and Klein had to dive for that save. But go ahead, promote your other games this weekend.
Now I can finally do my promo. Our other games on BSB this weekend, I'll make it quick since we don't have a ton of time until the next face-off. But like I was saying, 2 games tomorrow. Rutgers taking on Misericordia again for their second straight game in 2 days. Rutgers looking to try and get a win at home for the first time this season tomorrow. And then our game of the week here on Breakout Sports Broadcasting, TCNJ taking on William Patterson, a big Jersey matchup for our BSB game of the week. Set for a 1 p.m. start.
After tonight, Rutgers needs that win.
Well, they've only got 1 win on the year so far.
They need that win.
They won away at Farmingdale last weekend. They ended up losing to Farmingdale at home last weekend as well after the win. And then Misericordia beat them tonight. Still looking for their first win at home. Currently 0-4 at home this year. As this puck bounces out here the other way for Anderson. He sends that forward. Trying to go back to Anderson on that pass. They couldn't connect as Bennett goes to the wall. 12:24 left to go as that sharp angle shot. Another save there from Klein. Puck pops loose to Gut. He can't clear. Not enough off the boards as this one shot through Klein with another stop. Bouncing puck. Zuberchuk with it. Has that knocked away on the back check by 2 skaters. As Bennett will find McKeach. McKeach into the zone. He fires on rebound chance. They're bouncing, but Scopel gets there in time as Gut dove to try and make a shot on target as a pane of glass just came out. That is a new one. Well then.
Let's take a replay of that.
Looking at it, Zuberchuk laid the hit on one of the Panthers skaters. Not sure who that was. I'll try and run it back one more time here, but that pane of glass shockingly didn't break, but came out. Let's take another look at it again
Yeah.
here. Trying to get another look at that. It looks like he hit the 19 of Lakin Glessner. That's two big boys coming together along the wall.
That's why the faded glass came out.
And this is a new one. I have not seen this. And I've called hundreds of hockey games at this point, if not even close to 1,000 over the almost 10 years that I've been calling games at this point, and 6 years that we've been calling games together. We've never seen this.
This is a new one. It's a new one.
This is certainly a new one here, as the rest of the High Point scratches over there trying to figure out what's going on.
What a start to the Flemington ice arena era.
The shootout last week, pane of glass comes out here in this one, as we're going to try and repair things here. And a bunch of the High Point skaters just talking to the scratches over on the bench, or over on the outside of the glass.
Should have waited to do your ad read. You would have had
tons
of time
I
now to do
know.
your
I
ad
should have
read.
waited to do the ad read. So we're going to have to try and repair things here. We were running on pretty good time, actually. It was only 10 o'clock. We're running on decent time, actually. And, well, we've hit a snag. Let's just say that. And they're bringing out the ladder. 2 ladders, in fact, to try and repair this.
I just love the way you're calling it. They brought out the ladder. They're bringing out a ladder.
Can you zoom in anymore? So we get the
ladder.
We get the ladders out
Here
here.
we go.
We're going to
Here
try and
comes the
repair this
ladder.
pane of glass. Not sure what the word is here.
There's the pane of glass.
Well, they've got the holders out on it to try and put it back quickly.
They're delicately
And
raising this pane of glass.
over with them, Coach Fox for the Bronx. But this is certainly a new one we have not seen here at BSB. Now, this is our 3rd year of doing things here at Breakout Sports Broadcasting, going into our 3rd season here at BSB, and this is a new one. We've had broken glass before.
We've had broken glass. We haven't seen the whole pane come out and not break.
And not break at all. Completely fine. Just straight came out of its moorings there. I wonder if they're going to have to try and bend the frame back of the stanchion to try and get it to go back into place here. You know,
can you just slide it right in?
Well, that's what they're going to try and do, but they've
That's
also
so
got the
mad.
netting right there.
Yeah.
I'm also wondering why they're not just asking the High Point scratches to help the 3 guys on the ice to try and do this. And now while we've got a second here, let's look at the out-of-town scoreboard. I mentioned Rutgers' score before, but I mentioned earlier in this game, TCNJ taking on William Patterson tomorrow for our BSB Game of the Week. They played tonight as well up at William Patterson, up at Ice Vault in Wayne, New Jersey. And TCNJ earns their first victory of the season, taking down William Patterson 5-4. That is a big win and some big confidence for the Lions as they will head into tomorrow's game.
You know, well, we have some time with this glass malfunction. I cannot help but notice that we have a dog in attendance. We have a dog over in attendance.
Oh, I do see
by
the
the
dog
blue
over there.
line.
Very, very nice dog. Very cute dog
That's
over
a
in
very, very cute dog over
in the stands
over
here at
the
Flemington Ice
stands. It's getting some love. Dog's getting some love, you know?
as the glass being repaired here. They're going to try and fix it properly.
Hey, do we got it?
We've got some
We
applause.
got-
and
yeah,
stick
there we
taps,
go.
And
There we
seems
go.
like we are good to go. So big shout out to the ice crew here at Flemington Ice Arena, repairing
Kudos
that
to all.
quickly.
That was
5
that
minutes.
was well done.
Not even 5 minutes.
listen.
Granted, again, wasn't broken.
But
Wasn't broken,
But
but the
still.
whole pane came out.
the netting was in the way. That was...
You know, I find it so funny that every time you come back to call a game here, Eric,
something weird
with
happens.
us at BSB and with me, something weird always happens. Every time. Without fail. It's happened every single time.
Gotten pucks stuck in the rafters, gotten glass coming out of the paint.
Oh, we had, last time you were with us, we had a puck go right up into the scorer's box.
Scorer's box, yeah.
Like, it's always something. Something.
It's never normal.
Never normal.
So we're
But
back.
We are back. We are back and ready to go for action as that face-off won there by the Bronx. Cusimano will send this one lower to McKeach. Got to watch out for that loose pane down there as he drives down low there with Anderson.
Well, like you said, it's no surprise that Payne kind of came off. Two big guys.
Yeah, that was a big hit along the wall. Glessner and Zubrachuk. Zubrachuk, a big boy at 6', 190. Talked to him off the ice a couple times. That man is built like a Mack truck. As this one goes back up to the point here. That one redirected in front, bounced off the shoulder of Anthony Sasso, and it is cleared here by Pape. Doesn't come out of the zone, though, as Cusimano will chase after it.
That's the thing, though, High Point is good at, too, is keeping that puck in the zone right near the blue line. They've been master of that all game.
And they've certainly been great at it, as Cusimano will now lift this one down and out, and this will go for an icing here on the Bronx. Here with 10:54 left to go here in the third. And going back to Zubrachuk a little bit, coming over from the Sheridan Hawks, playing with Jackson Call over in the NA3HL. Call arrived last season here to Ryder, and now Zubrachuk, the second Sheridan Hawk, to make his arrival here with the Bronx faithful.
Call had a pretty good freshman year last season. First with the Bronx.
As that shot is kicked away there by Klein, taken away here by High Point. Quick shot, that one goes up and over off the top of the stanchion and goes out of play. Face-off one back by McKeach. He's been great for Ryder in the circle. Really the only one who's won them face-offs here in this game.
He has been, in my opinion, been by far Ryder's best player tonight, as there is another glove save by Klein.
Yeah, McKeach has done a lot here in this one. Obviously, Ryder hasn't found the back of the net yet here in this one with just about 10:30 left to go.
Now, you can attest to how Brendan's done so far this season, but you said he was all over the ice last week against St. Joe's.
Yeah, he certainly was. He scored a shorthanded goal in that one. He looked excellent in that game, blocking shots, throwing the body around, as that whiffed shot went just away from the skater. That was Matthew Hughes trying to wind up the cannon.
Klein is very lucky that Hughes whiffed on that shot, because that would have either been a goal or very, very painful to Klein.
Yeah, it certainly would have been, as this one kept here by Hughes again for a moment. Hughes looking for an option. He will send this one lower. Pass goes down along the wall. Kenna is there along the boards. Lifts that one up off the glass, but not out again. Redirected in front. Klein with a beautiful save. What a redirect, though, by Finley Patrick to get his stick in and knock that one back onto Klein. That was a beautiful hand-eye coordination play.
Yes, it was.
Klein, excellent save. And also want to give a big shout out to the Ramapo Roadrunners from Ramapo College, one of the teams we also work with, subcontracting them. The games for them are on Black Bear TV. But Ramapo with a big 8-2 win over Stevens tonight. If I'm staying corrected, I think they are undefeated on the year. think they are 5-0 on the season so far. As Prunty will skate this forward. He fires a shot, bobbled there by Skopel as this goes into the wall. Puck moved along the boards there for a moment. Here by High Point as it finds its way to Tavares, and we get a whistle for a hand pass.
Last thing Ryder needed there was a whistle.
Yeah, they were starting to generate some momentum there. And also mentioning for the TCNJ William Patterson game tomorrow, for that big BSB Game of the Week game tomorrow, William Patterson 0-5 to start the year. So two teams coming in tonight, both winless on the season. TCNJ gets the W in this one today, or in this one tonight, over at Ice Vault. And they'll be back tomorrow for the BSB Game of the Week as DiMartino tries to play this one across, almost found its way to the back of the net for the hat trick as it's collected here by Welsh. Puck goes down low for Slayton. He sends around to DiMartino. DiMartino looking. Back down low to Donahue. Donahue looking for his second. He fires, that goes up and over the bar.
Those are some hard shots from really all of High Point, but especially it feels like in these last couple minutes.
Certainly, as Prunty will skate this out of the zone. Prunty has it knocked away on the back check, though. Cusimano will enter, but that's going to be called offside as Pape was over the line. Time's starting to wind down here in this one. Down to 8:22 left to go here in period number 3. Face-off one back there by the Panthers as getting on it goes Anderson. Puck moved along the wall. Collected here by Mertz. He will lay off. High Point the other way. Some smooth skating up the ice. Quickly driving into the zone. Get around Bennett. In on goal. The net comes off and it skips wide. Would have been an excellent finish there for High Point's 7th. If Kakatori could have finished that one. Face off one back here by High Point again as this goes out of the zone. Got by the stick of Anderson for just a second.
A rare moment where a High Point face-off trickles out of the zone.
For sure, as this one is played up off the wall. Bennett will move this around. Puck along the boards. Turner lays the body as it finds its way over to Schneider. Schneider, windmill deke around one as he works his way through. Still with the puck. He walks into the zone, fires a shot through, knocked away there by Skopel. Puck collected here by Anderson again, getting some extended ice time here in this third period as he sends this around the wall. Zuberchuk, he gets on it, lifts this up and out, bouncing for Gut, sent it forward for a second. As it's collected here by High Point, taken away by McKeach. McKeach walks in, but it's stopped by Skopel again, another breakaway save. That's 4. As Zuberchuk tries to lay the body.
It's Ryder's first breakaway chance of the period. They have been, like we predicted, they've been trying them all night long, just haven't been able to connect.
As this puck goes to the corner, Gut trying to fight for it along the boards. It is taken away here by Jonathan English, who comes together with Zuberchuk. The 6s over there along the wall. They fall down together. Puck ended up underneath English as it's taken away here by Sasso. Sasso lays off for his brother. He whiffed on the shot as it's picked up by McKeach. McKeach tried to play to Zuberchuk quickly, who had just regathered his belongings, as the other way. This one bouncing for the Panthers. Stopped there by Klein on the rebound. Call's pass is picked. Dumped right back into Klein as he will make that save. Cusimano will calm things down with under 6 to go. Collected here by Prunty. As a stick just got snapped. That was a slash there from Prunty. He's going to go to the box. As that one stopped by Klein on the rebound. It taps off his pad and finds its way to the back of the cage. As High Point score their 7th of the game. As I think it's going to be Anthony Sasso's goal.
The second of the Sassos to find the back of the net tonight. And I know we were talking earlier about the High Point goals, the goals that Klein may or may not want back. I think that is probably going to be one that Klein would want back.
Unfortunately, one that he would want back there. I mean, he got a little bit unlucky. He made the initial stop, and then as he was sliding, he whacked it with his paddle into the back of the cage.
It wasn't
an unlucky break.
It wasn't for a lack of effort.
No, definitely
Absolutely
no lack of
not.
effort, but an unlucky break there from Klein. Just a bad bounce there as it bounced off the back of his paddle as he's sliding across. Not much could be done in that situation as it's just a bad bounce. Bad puck luck, and that's all that Riders had tonight is bad puck luck. Cusimano. He will play this one across. We're under 5 minutes left to go. Here in this third period, High Point looking for more. Spins the pass back. They couldn't get a shot off, though. Goes back up to the point for Welsh. Welsh laying off. Hughes finds this one lower to Patrick. Patrick up to the point, finds Welsh there at the blue line. He tries to fire a shot, bounces across to Patrick again. He surpasses that one over to the opposite side. Driving lower. High Point with it again. Up to the point for Welsh. His shot through traffic redirected just wide. That was by Bojen. As he tried to shovel a shot on again. Another chance. Klein will make the save as this goes to the corner. Puck along the wall. Bojen will keep this in for now, and now it's lofted out there by the Bronx.
Again, the Bronx just looking to get that out of the zone.
Welsh will send this one back to the corner. Collected here by Bojen as he lays back for Walsh again. Welsh had the second goal of the game, a filthy move as Gutt will take this away. Gutt had it knocked away from his stick, though, as that one's lofted off the high glass, but not out. Shriver will keep this in the zone for a second, but it's taken by Matthew Hughes, who skates it out. Hughes across, trying to find this one to the back door. Stopped there by Bennett as he got the stick in there on Donahue, and it goes out of play. Here with 3:21 left to go in the third. Face-off one there by the Bronx. They move this one forward as Bennett lofts this up and out. Gutt trying to get on it. Gutt with it. Looking to try and fire. Kicked aside there by Scopel again. Pape back up to the point. Bennett there looking for a lane. Bennett fires. That one bounced away from everybody as it's collected by High Point again. Out the other direction. Here goes Slayton trying to get on it. Slayton lays the pass back. DiMartino tried to fire. Bennett got there to make the block as Anderson has it now. Shot from the point, gets sent into the corner. Now DiMartino on it. He sends back up to the blue line. Across, wired there from Anderson, but it's stopped by Klein with the blocker. Bennett trying to get it to Pape. He can't clear the zone. Bennett just lays the body there on Anderson. As it's collected by DiMartino, he drives in. DiMartino drives in, but it's going to be called offside here with 2:28 left in the game.
DiMartino still on hat trick watch. So Riders still going to be looking for their first win of the season.
It's been a tough start to the year so far for this Bronx team. For sure, as that one is kicked aside by Klein. Another chance goes wide, and the net comes off again.
Riders back at home next week, 2 games against Niagara.
Team they haven't seen in quite some time. Face-off one back by High Point. Shot through traffic, skipped off the glove of Klein and wide. As McKeach will have this off the wall. He sends forward. Looking here for Tavares. Couldn't get to it. This one dumped into the zone. Beating it out is Peter Cross. He will send it around. Took a hop off the glass as McKeach puts it off the wall as well. Him and Mertz come together. McKeach sandwiched between 2 Panthers as Cross has it. Cross looking, spinning back in front, trying to clear. There are the Bronx. Tavares gets it out to Zuberchuk. Bounces away from him, though. As it bounces here for McKeach now. McKeach into the zone. He's pickpocketed as Zuberchuk collects. Here with under 90 seconds left to go here in this game. And High Point putting up a 7 spot here on the Rider Bronx, says this will go for an icing on the Panthers.
Like you said, 7 goals tonight in a game that High Point pretty much controlled from that opening puck drop.
Yeah, from start to finish. I mean, obviously they took the penalties right out of the gate, but they scored a shorthanded one on it.
A 5-on-3 shorthanded.
Yeah, 5-on-3 shorthanded, and since then, it has been all High Point throughout this contest as that one skips wide of the cage. Gut will get onto this here for Ryder. He tries to fire. It's blocked away there by the 44 of Hutchins as that shot goes wide again. Final minute left to go here in the third, so the Bronx, like you said earlier, Eric, still hunting for win number 1 of the 25-26 campaign as they just whiffed on the shot there from the point. And that goes lofted into the netting with 44.4 seconds left. But the Bronx, still looking for win number 1 on the year, have had 2 chances to try and get their first win against Montclair and St. Joe's. The Montclair game, they fell 7-6 in OT, and they fell to St. Joe's last weekend 5-4 in a shootout.
In a tense shootout.
Tense shootout, long shootout. Several rounds deep. As McKeach has this off the face-off. Has been all over the ice for the Bronx, just hasn't found one into the back of the net yet. As this is launched forward, able to find a pass up to Slayton. Slayton walking in on Klein, goes 5-hole there, but he's able to hold on with 27.5 seconds left.
What I do like is I hear the stick taps of the Bronx still showing support for their young netminder.
And for their freshman goalie, he's been put up against some tough opponents this year, to say the least. Battled against RPI in a tough 13-4 loss, and then coming into this one, giving up 7. He's been thrown to the wolves almost here against 2 really tough teams in High Point and RPI. As we're down to 15 seconds left to go, another shot, that one went wide. Skips back up here for Pape. He will try and get this one forward. He's sandwiched along the wall. Puck comes out to the neutral zone, collected by Donahue, and that will do it. Here at the end of the game as Bennett and him came together. But the High Point University Panthers win 7-0 here over the Rider University Bronx. A big victory for the Panthers. Final shots at the end of the game, 50-26.
Doubled.
And a 26-save shutout for Brian Scopel. Played excellent here in this one.
Fantastic tonight.
He didn't have to face that many shots. Obviously, 26, a pretty standard hockey number.
But the 26 saves he made
exactly
is what stands
the
out.
The quality of the saves that he had were very good.
Especially later in this game.
In the second period,
Second
100%.
period was by far Ryder's best.
And for High Point, a massive victory here over the Bronx. Now sitting at 5-2 on the year. Ryder fall to 0-2, 1-1. But that'll wrap things up here for this one. We've got 2 more games tomorrow here on Breakout Sports Broadcasting. Make sure to tune in to both of them. A 1 p.m. game between TC&J and William Patterson, our game of the week here on Breakout Sports Broadcasting. And after that, a 2:45 puck drop between the Rutgers University Scarlet Knights ACHA Division I team versus Misericordia University. But that'll wrap things up for this one. Final score 7-0 here in favor of High Point. My name's Carl Pascal. He's Eric Johnson. Have a good night, everybody.